Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain your assignment, your first assignment in CSS. Okay, so I'm going to give you this HTML file. So this HTML file you'll get. Just let's take a quick look at it. So we've got some style sheet A1, which is assignment1.css, which is right here. We've got headings, we've got paragraphs, we've got some divs, we've got a whole bunch of stuff inside that you guys can variously style. And I just noticed as I'm looking at this that I should tab in basically my whole thing. So I'll do this before I send it to you guys. Boom. Okay, so this is all of your HTML, and it looks like this. So there's some cool things in here that we've never seen before, like checkboxes. You can actually check these on or off. It's got a name and a password field. So if I type in here, it shows up as stars. But if I type in here, you can actually see it. This is stuff that's built into HTML. So if you want to see how to do that, you can take a look at the HTML document. But most importantly, we're going to work through your various selectors to see if you can figure out how to do all of these cool things. So can you give the body element a background of this color? Right. So this one I guess I'll do for you. So here you'd fill in body, and then you'd say background, and then we'll copy and paste this hexadecimal value. And then when you refresh your page, boom. Okay, we've got our nice gray background for our page. And so on. So can you change the background of the body? Can you change the color of H1 elements? Can you make all H2 elements orange? Can you make all LI elements blue? But in particular, go to a color picker and choose your own particular shade of blue that you like best. Maybe you want more like a sky blue. I don't know, whatever shade of blue you want. Okay, change the background color on every paragraph to be yellow. Make all inputs have a 3-pixel red border. Now remember, with borders, there's 3 things you need: border, size, style, and then color. And the style should pretty much always be solid, unless you want your page to be ugly for some reason. Okay, so class selections, don't forget how to select classes. Right, classes you select with the dot. Change the class of important to have a white background, which actually will show up because the whole page has a different background. So white will show up because it's different from the page background. Give them elements with the ID. Remember, ID you select with the octothorpe. The ID of special, give it a 2-pixel solid blue border. Pick your own blue. Give P's that are nested inside of divs. Remember, so inside means it's descendant of. Change the font size. If you don't know how to change font size, there's the code right there. Now, give both of the P's inside of the third div. So third div, remember, you're going to have to use your nth of type selector to be able to select those. Give the second paragraph inside of the third div a 5-pixel white border. Okay, try that one. Make the EM in the third div element white and a 20-pixel font. Okay, cool. And you can find all of that stuff in here. So let's count our divs. First div, second div. Here we go. Here's our third div. So all those things are talking about just the third div. All right. And then there's some bonus challenges. So if you really want to stretch your, CSS foo, feel free to do these. You don't have to do these, but if you actually want to work as a developer professionally or in your future, understanding how to Google things is an incredibly important part of the job. Almost any time you encounter any sort of error or difficulty, someone on the internet has the answer for it, and you just need to find it. So these ones I'd like you to see if you can figure out. Make the label elements all uppercase without changing the HTML. Okay, so Google, how do you change text to be uppercase in CSS? And I'm sure you'll find it. Make the first letter of an element. This is one I like. So we were talking about the first letter for special styling for novels and that sort of thing. That's something you can do. Google it. 100 pixel font will make your first letter pop out. Make the H1 element's color change to blue when you hover over it. So figure out how mouse hover works, how you can use a mouse hover as a selector. And then finally, anchor is links. So anchors that have been visited should change to gray. Okay, so figure these things out, and you can submit your CSS file. The HTML you are not changing. So for this assignment, you only submit the CSS file.